Last time.
You ding dong.
Oh, stuff it, lass.
Misogyny. Fucking pig.
Did you have any trouble?
Fuck you.
You're still mad, aren't you?
Damn right I am. You're impossible. You fucking blowhard.
This is Rantry, Silver Ring. He's an important new client.
Shall I line your pockets with gold? Precious heirloom, rather large silver locket. It has sentimental value. Just a dagger, dwarven by design.
Where did you get that?
Dawnstar jail evidence chest. Why?
It looks like the blade that belonged to my father.
I'm starting to get suspicious of this guy.
And we are finally back with Brynjolf in the guild. You ever want to see a video get demonetized? Well, that intro is how you do it. I believe I have some explaining to do with this letter. Or maybe backpedaling, but I'll explain after the letter. Long story short, Rantry seems to be very interested in the Blackbriars and how they came to power. And he's interested in brewery. I wonder how this is supposed to play out when Maven is the Jarl. There's a lot of mods that just assume Laila's still the Jarl.
We could reanimate Laila.
If I wanted to reanimate somebody and make them a vampire years after their death, would this be viable?
It would take a master of restoration to make their body possible, but it could be done.
You're someone who can get things done. I like that.
And it seems Rantry's poking around the meadery too. It might have been a reckless decision.
Hey, Brynjolf wants us to take a look at the boat that belongs to that rich client.
Reviving Laila, but like so many mods, just assume she's the Jarl.
Sounds good.
If you meet me on the docks, we'll see if we can find some clue to tell us what he's scheming.
Brynjolf's busy worrying, is he?
Well, something kind of smells like trouble. Hey, you made it.
Of course.
I wasn't sure I'd see you after you put Brynjolf through the ringer. What's going on between you guys?
He's being an ass.
Well, there's a lot of pressure on him from Maven. Someone's been going through her trash lately, digging up dirt.
I guess Maven charged Bryn with finding out. Bet you this guy is involved.
Because she's not the type to wait for the enemy to attack.
This is Rantry's ship, right?
I guess so. This guy has his own boat. It's like freedom to go anywhere.
Doesn't beat flying.
I wonder why he's in this dank hole.
Heirlooms, apparently. I'm assuming this is some kind of ruse at this point.
Funny. I've seen him spend a lot of time with the Jarl. Do you think he's playing both sides?
Very suspicious.
Well, he's not around here at the moment, so I'll just wander over to the Bee and Barb for now. Our guy likes to take his meals there. Might get myself a drink. See you around.
Yeah, you keep him good and distracted. I'm gonna snoop around. Also, it's weird that Vipir isn't really in tune with what's going on. Cause, like, Maven is in control here of the Thieves Guild, but also the town. So there's not really sides. The corruption is kind of inherent in the system at this point. And while she might not be the Jarl now, I mean, she basically is. I imagine this thing was Distana went to her and was like, hey, do you care about being Jarl? And she's like, I mean, as long as I keep the power, I don't care. It's actually a lot of paperwork and it's quite annoying. And this is after Fenrir came to her and he was like, hey, she's out of control. Can you do something about this? I have a feeling Distana sees Maven as a problem she might have to deal with later. But at the moment, she's kind of just placating Fenrir without actually dealing with the problem. This dude has some pretty gnarly stuff in this chest. I mean, I know it's just randomly generated, but this Reaper Paladin armor and a greatsword, he might be a warrior, or employ a warrior anyway. So I've got to meet him at the Nightgate Inn, which in my game is not just a standalone inn, it's got a town around it.
Back up those words with your fists.
Hello, my friend. Do you have that little mod?
Right here.
No trouble?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
Excellent. Sometimes you can get away with murder.
No comment.
Just some jobs are easy, others more difficult. But I can see you're more than capable. Amazing someone so talented will wind up with those Riften rats.
Watch it.
Sorry, just a pet name. I've one more very lucrative job for you. But this one isn't as easy.
You should know by now we can get you whatever you want.
You're right, I know you can handle anything. There's an iceberg off the coast near Solitude that has swallowed its share of shipwrecks. A group of adventurous individuals has carved out a sort of hideout inside it. And I've reason to believe some of my uncle's belongings might be stowed there. In particular, I'm looking for a circlet that enhances activities such as cooking and brewing.
Your great-grand's pie-making secret?
No, my uncle's. He was a brewmeister after all. Mead was his specialty. I'd really like to have it.
Going into business?
No, I'd just like to retrieve my family's legacy from the hands that stole it.
Fair enough. Why do you think it's in there?
Following the Markarth incident, my uncle fled to Solitude. But his ship had a terrible accident and was wrecked off the coast near Solitude. Some say the lighthouse fire went out. The denizens of the iceberg are known for wrecking ships for the purpose of salvage. I think it's very likely they caused the accident.
That's a while back. 45 years. Probably not the same people, but maybe it's tucked away in there.
I think the place is full of lost secrets and bitter fates. My uncle's possessions were probably just thrown into a chest. The wretched remains of a vibrant life. I loved him dearly, and have been searching for some sort of a closure for years.
All right. But the guild has an understanding with the salvagers. They don't want us there.
And you don't think Brynjolf would approve? You don't always have to be his errand girl.
Well, I'm definitely not. I'm just not trying to screw things up for my friends.
Can you get in and out without being seen?
Challenge accepted.
And undoubtedly will succeed. When you're done, why not meet me on my little vessel? It's moored outside of Riften. Bring me the circlet and partake of my hospitality.
Well, that's suggestive. I mean, maybe Brynjolf was right. Maybe he is trying to come on to me. I was actually looking for teleport, but I forgot I have telekinesis. Like a lot of telekinesis.
Hold on a sec there, stranger. Did I overhear you talking about the notch?
Oh my god, who's talking?
You've got some good hearing.
Like a rabbit. Are you interested in getting into that iceberg?
Yeah, but I can't just stroll in uninvited. Probably gonna use a mix of invisibility and old-fashioned stealth.
Oh, there you are.
More than one way to get into that pit of eels. And I know just the codfish to get you. But there's something I want you to fetch me out while you're there. My good copper kettle.
Why is everybody obsessed with cooking in this questline? Is this code for drugs?
Stolen?
No, it was borrowed by my shiftless ex.
I think I know where
He
this is
told me
going.
he was going to make a mess of fish chowder for the boys.
Fish chowder?
And he never bothered to bring it back.
And I'm here for it.
I mean, you can't stay with a man with no respect for decent cookware. But I'm sure he's still good for giving directions.
Gods, are you talking about who I think you're talking about? I get your pot back just to hear more weird fish aphorisms.
Kettle! It's copper. Beautiful as a newborn babe. The scallywag's name is Alan, but some folks call him Fingers.
Ha! Knew it!
He lives up near the Solitude Lighthouse. And he'll help you if he knows what's good for him. Tell him Carla sent you.
I mean, of course they would use the same NPC for this mod, also played by the mod author's husband. But after taking a break from the mod, it feels like I'm calling on an old friend.
Fingers, how the hell are you?
Here for some fish?
I wouldn't turn some fish down.
What do you want?
Do you know Carla?
Not that hag raven. Is she still going on about that cookpot?
Kettle.
I've told her I'd looked everywhere. She nurses a grudge like a sickly child.
Well, you are an asshole. How about I help you out?
And why would you do that?
Out of the goodness of my... Kidding, it personally benefits me. I'm sneaking into the notch for a client, and I can grab it while I'm there.
Well, don't look at me. Why does everyone think I'm part of the wrecking crew?
Well, you know what the wrecking crew is, so you can be of some help to me.
Maybe I just wanted to say hello.
Well, what of it? I was young once, and stupid. Ain't stupid no more.
Just give me the Cliff's Notes. I've been there once, but if I could get in easier, it'd be a big help.
Is that all? That place is full of junk. What are you looking for?
Brewmaster Circlet. Salvaged a long time ago. Don't ask me. I have a theory this is all a plot against the Thieves Guild, but I'm going along for now.
Would it be in there?
The ship was wrecked when the lighthouse fire went out.
Lots of that happened. But how long ago?
Markarth incident.
Ancient history, eh? Well, it'll probably be in the archives.
Archives? You make it sound like a library of lost junk.
A lake full of ships that'll never sheet the wind again. There's sort of a door I could show you, but I'm not going in.
Good enough. Could you tell me where to look?
Check the wrecks themselves. The guys are slobs and pile of stuff in all higgledy-piggledy. No sense of order or filing. Could find anything in there. Maybe even that blasted pot.
Like the Apocrypha of garbage. I'll do my best. For Crown and Kettle.
All right. Meet me at the top of that ice cube and I'll point it out.
Your hair's looking good, by the way.
Now test!
You made it, eh? Remember, it rots from the head.
Where's the door?
Over there, but get in and get out. And I hope you like ghosts. Just find that blasted kettle and get that harpy off my back.
Sounds worse than a monkey on your back. It appears the thieves in here are fighting the ghosts, or the ghosts are fighting each other. Maybe they got some grudges from their lives. Don't mind me. Wow, I feel like it's been years since I leveled up. Months, maybe.
Does someone live among the dead? Death comes for you now.
To end them rightly. I already explored this area when I came to the Notch the other time, just because, you know, I was being thorough. Right in the calf, that'll kill you. He's just as confused as me.
I will return.
I'm doing these guys a service.
Good. You're back safe and sound.
Yep, with Rantry's latest lost heirloom.
Where did he send you?
It's not important.
God, how many did you kill?
Do ghosts count?
No. I see you're starting to learn some sense. What did you find?
An enchanted circlet for brewing mead. Belonged to his uncle.
That's it then. After all those years spent searching all over Tamriel, it wasn't in the meadery shipment. So I guess he took it with him. Maven will be very happy to finally have it.
We giving it to her? I should have demanded payment up front.
Aye, it will sort of close the door on my father's blunder.
Because he stole the meadery equipment for Maven?
That's right. I see you understand. He looted all the valuables. But he couldn't find this one piece.
She held this against you all these years.
Not really, but it damaged our reputation in the family. Blackbriars aren't very forgiving of their own. I mean, just look at Sibby's situation, eh?
Are you saying you're a Blackbriar?
Nah. When my father went to prison, I was sent to his people here in Riften. But I resented being inherited like a debt. So I spent my time between the warrens and the streets, picking up the lads from Honor Hall. Until Gallus caught me stealing from a merchant at Blade Point, and stepped in.
Gallus, the Thieves Guild leader, preventing a robbery? Funny.
Aye, he was as good man as you'll ever find. And a much better example than my dad.
So what's this Rantry guy want, really? Evidence for something?
This is my fault. I obviously thought he was going to make us rich. But it's all just a trick to catch Maven.
So I can break the deal with him. Easy.
I doubt he'll agree. I'd better come with you.
That'll probably tip him off. I imagine he's a lightweight, but he had some pretty gnarly armor in his treasure chest. So who knows? I hope you don't mind. I took the liberty of rifling through his stuff already.
Then I'll follow in the shadows.
I can handle it myself. I can be pretty persuasive. One way or another.
Stubborn as ever, eh? Well, you do what you want.
Oh, I will.
But trust me to hold up my end of the deal. I'm keeping my eyes on you, lass.
Okay, that's fine. I like being watched sometimes. Play my protector if you like.
Okay, lass. Ready to go?
I'm ready.
Good. I'm going to start my little walk. Stay safe, eh?
This is probably going to be very one-sided, since he's probably just a regular guy. Really sell it with the sexy walk.
Ah, you've arrived at last.
Hi, Rantry.
Forgive me for sending you into such an inhospitable place.
I've seen worse.
But here's your payment. You've certainly earned it.
I'm afraid you won't be getting this circlet.
You couldn't find it?
Oh, I did. But I gave it to Brynjolf to pay his father's debt.
What? That highwayman? That butcher? That marauding scum that stole my uncle's wealth? His work? His legacy? He'll give it to that harlot Blackbriar who brews her swill in my uncle's copper kegs.
Yeah, probably.
Do you even know who Maven Blackbriar is? That strutting streetwalker who thinks she's queen? Do you know where she came from?
The question here is, do I care? The answer is no, not really. But you're free to tell me if you want.
She was a tavern wench in Markov who plied her trade on her back.
So what?
She'd sell her lowly secrets to the highest bidder and tip off a network of henchmen.
You're really barking up the wrong tree here. If anything, I'm more impressed. I was just a sailor and thief when I started. What does this got to do with you anyway?
When Ulfric Stormcloak left in chains, Fort Grindstone fell to the savage forsworn. My family had no choice but to abandon their holdings.
Oh, boo-hoo.
They fled by ship in the middle of the night, with nothing but the clothes on their backs. Their faithful steward created everything he could at the meadery in town and sent it after by caravan. But the man had lowly habits and mentioned his plans to a strumpet in a drunken haze. Guess who that was?
Maven, I guess. Hell, she stole her criminal empire piece by piece, starting with you guys.
Yes! Who then ordered one of her reckless cousins to divert the caravan.
Reckless?
They made it to Riften, but the beggar was caught and thrown in prison for his murderous heist. That ginger rake is his putrid brat.
So what you're saying is Brynjolf
If you've gifted
had nothing
him
to do
your
with
nethers, you deserve to live in the sewers along with the other refuse.
You're just a spoiled crybaby who didn't get the golden ticket in life he was promised. Maven's awful, but Brynjolf is honorable. And it's none of your business what I do with my nethers.
Honorable? Just listen to yourself. He's a Riften thief, the lowest of the low.
I would normally get pretty mad, but I don't give a fuck what you say.
I'm only getting started, ugly rat-faced blood clot.
Sorry about your luck, but you don't know who you're dealing with. Do you honestly think somebody went through this many steps to bankrupt your family? I'd certainly have killed you along with him if it were me.
Who do you think arranged for that? Who doused the lighthouse fire?
Gods, man, nobody's that much of a mastermind. You have an inflated sense of importance.
Oh, Maven is. Maven most definitely is. She's the spider in the middle of a web of blood and lies.
While that may be true, you can't prove any of this.
I have the recipe book, the locket containing Maven's handwritten note, and the murder weapon.
It's a fake. I've suspected you for a while.
A fake? You lying bitch! How could you do this to me, after all my family suffered?
Like I care.
I've lived my life for this revenge. You're no better than she is. If I can't have her head, I'll at least have yours.
Hilarious. You really got me.
Hey!
Yep, that went pretty much how I thought it would. What's funny is Rantry was throwing out all these insults about Brynjolf, but like it was his dad who did this to him. He had nothing to do with it. Like, oh, he's a marauder. Brynjolf's enjoying a nice drink. I guess I'll loot. To be honest, wealth is so abundant for her and most of my characters. Now I just take the stuff that's worth the most money and the most unusual. And if there's just gold laying around, I'll take that. He must have had a hard day. He's like draining that entire keg. Buddy, you about done? Can I have some?
You about done?
You okay, lass? I'm sorry you had to hear such ugly words.
I've heard worse. He was as bad at insults as he was at fighting. And everything else, I think. And the ones about Maven are probably true.
Well, maybe.
I'm not actually sorry I killed him. FYI.
Sorry I keep breaking your rules, but some people just need killing. Wretched man.
But in this case, you did what you had to do. Sorry that came to this.
Might as well gather this all up and loot everything of value.
Hey yo, can I have the boat? Or maybe give it to Viper the fleet?
Right. And we'll take them back to Maven. It's a relief that we discovered Rantry's little scheme in time.
She better be grateful.
Don't worry. She always is.
You know, honestly, that's canon now. This boat now belongs to Viper the fleet. I mean, Rantry described his entire, family genealogy and how they were all dead or scammed out of everything. And they're elsewhere. I don't care about them.
Got that circlet? I found the rest.
I did. Just in case I had to buy your life. Let's get over to Maven, eh?
It's about time, Brynjolf. I trust you have good news for me?
Aye. We finally figured out his little scheme. And with these things in our hands, his whole plan will fall through.
And the fetcher behind his supposed plot. Must I contact the Dark Brotherhood?
I can do the work of both.
No. It's all been cleaned up.
Ugh. Damn NPC conflicts.
Good. I believe you're the one that discovered that meddler.
Yeah, well, Bryn figured out the scheme. I was just suspicious.
Oh, don't pretend to be modest. You've done us a great service. And I do like to reward my friends. What would you suggest?
Bryn needs a real home. How about Riftweald?
Done. Brynjolf, You may have the clear title to that house here in Riften, and I'll leave some gold to cover the rest of the nonsense.
Very kind of you. But there's more.
Excuse me. What is that in your hands?
It's the Brewmaster Circlet.
Brynjolf, I'm impressed. Your family line has come to something after all. This does go a long way with earning my favor.
Does this mean I can finally place my mother's urn in the family tomb?
Now that we have a relationship of mutual respect. All right, you can do it.
Thank you, Maven. It's all I ever wanted.
Then you should go along and play house, and leave me alone.
Well, what do you say, lass? Let's get home.
Hey, Maven.
I presume you're bothering me for a good reason.
I thought you were above trying to make yourself look younger.
I suppose I let my vanity get the best of me. You can tell that face butcher she did a repulsive job, and I expect her to fix it on my next visit.
Yeah, you're looking kinda potato-y.
All right, that's enough.
That's fair. I suppose Nocturnal's fortune is still with us.
I guess I should have known the coin was too good.
With all the new clients, I guess we'll get a few maniacs.
Like that crazy madman, eh? It's just another day in the life of the Riften Guild.
Well, that sounded like a series finale line.
I'm bored. You've been reasonably apologetic. Want to test out Riftwield's bed?
Of course, lass.
So what now?
I think we should visit the Hall of the Dead and place my mother's remains to rest.
Want me to come with?
I'd be glad if you did. It would mean a great deal to me.
Should I bring anything?
I want to offer some coin for the care of the graves, and I've put some aside in the vault. Would you get it for me?
Sure.
Thank you, lass. I'll get the urn and meet you there. Did you speak with the priest?
I gave the offering. You can proceed.
Okay, lass. Let's do this now. There you go, Ma. Safe and sound. I guess that's it then.
I'm not in with the divines or anything, but should we say a prayer?
Nah, it doesn't matter. She wasn't religious.
Why so important then?
Being in the guild, I'm not welcome among the fine people of Riften. So placing an urn in here is a significant tribute. I mean, the priests would never allow me into the temple either, with good reason. There will never be a wedding for thieves like us, if that's what you were hoping for.
Thought you said you didn't want to get married.
I warned you before. I'll make a sorry choice for a husband. Arrogant, pig-headed, and stubborn.
I'm not any better. I've never been a good wife. You're loyal, brave, generous, especially to orphans.
I think you're talking about yourself, lass.
You know, you were my first crush, right? You're one of my best friends. Not useless in combat either. I'd be glad to have you with me.
Well, if that's how you feel, and seeing as we're all alone, I'll put my neck on the line and wear this stupid thing.
Amazing someone like you is still single.
Stop fooling around, lass. I'm being serious here. I need an answer from you. Yes or no?
I'm sorry. I always make jokes when things get serious. To be honest, I don't believe in marriage. At all. Just be here for me and I'll be here for you. That's all I need.
Of course. You understand me better than anyone else.
Yeah, I think you get me. Maybe more than anyone. Serana and Ulfric never saw me at my lowest.
Here, I want you to take this ring. And in case you're asking, I didn't steal it.
You disappoint me.
I love you, lass.
Love you too. See you in Riftweald?
Aye. And every night after that.
I mean, maybe not every night. I do a lot and I don't need to sleep. You know, we can work out the details later.
Been a while since I touched this mod. Just had a lot of stuff going on. Been cranking out various things nonstop. Got a new job. By the way, I think there's more to this questline, but the meat of it is done. Shorter than Rune's story for sure, which I also very much enjoyed. Some of you might be saying, Destana doesn't believe in marriage, but she's married to 2 people. What I mean is, marriage is just a legal contract, and she feels that the bonds of love are there regardless. Ulfric was purely to unite the kingdom, but she also loves him. Serana was to be a bridge to the vampires, who are allies to Skyrim here, and she loves her. There's going to be quite the rude awakening when the new Dawnguard, the Vigilance, and the Volkihar finally cross paths. Not necessarily violence, but there'll be some explaining to do. So also, Laila is a vampire now and back alive. Roheisa's rule of necromancy is she communes with the dead and offers them a sort of indentured service to work off the evil they did in life. So she doesn't so much enslave the spirits. You might notice she always summons the same undead. So Laila wanted to come back and finish living out her life naturally. I might do a little story bit about that later, but for now, this is it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, make your game what you want it to be, and happy modding.